Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Total Coach Tennis Center here in Auckland, New Zealand. We are getting ready for the second round in the MLP Australia events, and I'm seated on the left side of Mr. Brandon Contratto, who will be my partner in crime for this MLP match between the Bondi Pickleball Club and the Asia Aces. How you doing today, Brandon?
Doing well. Looking forward to this. We got a nice sunny day outside here in Auckland, so it's we're under the cover, but the rain stopped anyway. So
that's
good
right.
Day here.
It is. It's nice to be inside. We've got no wind. We've got no sun. We've got beautiful conditions here. All the players are getting ready. They've gotten in early. They've had a little warm up. They've gotten over their jet lag, and they're ready to kick off this this first round of play here this weekend.
Yeah, so it should be a very interesting matchup. I know, both of us are pretty familiar with most of these players here, but Asia Aces definitely have, I'll say, a unique style to them, especially trying to look at what Bondi might bring to the court from a strategy side. And I know if anyone's the king of strategy here, I'm going to give you the pat on the back and say that's you. So what do you expect to see here from Bondi if you were coaching that side today?
Well, look, I've coached a few of the players on Bondi. So Rose Van Riek is one of the players that I've been coaching since she hit her first pickleball. So it's nice to see her as the captain of Bondi this year. They've brought in a sub in Connor Robertshaw. Super sub. He is absolutely a super sub. He is a local from New Zealand. He's one of the best New Zealanders going around here. And he subbed for them in Australia at the last event, and he played very well. So I've seen his game improve over the last couple of years. He's a very dynamic, athletic young player, got a lot of upside, so it's exciting to see what he's going to do. Paula from Spain, I believe, is a newbie to the MLP this year, but she played in the last event with Rose in the women's doubles. It's just about to get started, and they make a great team. Rose really enjoys the left side. Paula's very good on the right, so they're going to kick it off right here, and let's see what these aces bring.
Kind of what I expected to see on the first point there. No jitters from any of these four, and we'll introduce the aces after the next point. Middle solves the riddle there, but on the aces side we have Aiko and Marcella Donatoni, as well as Ruben Gonzalez and Kenta Mayoshi, the captain of the Asia Aces.
Yeah, that was nice. I like the way Marcella had a nice little third shot drop and got them up to the net there.
Nice ball there. Now, to introduce the Bondi Pickleball Club, I know you kind of went through everybody, but Rose Van Riek, the captain, Paula, Rob Cassidy, and our super sub, Connor Robertshaw.
Nice ball down the middle there from Rose Van Riek. And quick point side out for them. We've got 2-2 here.
Ooh, just deep there. I would say it looked like we had a pattern developing. What, 3 of the first 4 points where whoever could find the middle there, find the P for the winner.
That's right. Unusual error there from Rosie. Missing in the net on that return. Golden rule of pickleball, make your returns. Oh, I jinxed him. Commentator's curse.
You did. That'll happen. I'm curious on the visuals. We have great lighting here. I'm just curious to see how the different sides may play a factor into these matches.
Yeah, I always tend to like the side that Bondi is on. They're looking into a backdrop. You can't see it on the screen here, but there's a nice solid backdrop behind it, so they can pick up the ball pretty easily. The aces are looking into a little bit of open space and another court behind, so we'll see if that's a factor at all.
Ooh, great counter there by Paula.
Yeah, she was sitting on that one. That middle ball just didn't quite get into her body enough, and Easy counter there for her.
See both sides feeling each other out here, trying to figure out where that strategy is really going to come into play. Deep there, caught on a little bit on her heels there by Aiko.
Yeah, and Rose likes that backhand down the line. She's been working on that quite a bit to keep that player, covering the line a little bit, not squeezing middle.
Well-placed drop there into the backhand of Marcella. She loves the short hop from what I've seen. I've seen her play quite a bit. Don't really see her make errors there, so just a well-placed drop.
Good ball through the middle again. And that'll be interesting, that left side to left side. Rose loves the little half volley, getting the dinks up off the bounce and playing it cross court. So it'll be interesting to see as this develops whether they start to get into a little bit of that cross court pattern.
Yeah, it's hard to return that ball when Rose is able to get over the top of that thing.
That's right.
Sure.
And you will see, I'm not sure how active Marcella will be, but Rose will definitely push through the middle and across a little bit to be a little bit more dominant with that forehand. Must have been a foot fault called there, unfortunately.
Actually, I believe Rose stopped the point because I think Paula yelled thinking it was a winner, and Rose, out of good sportsmanship, stopped the point as a hindrance, I believe.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay, yeah. They do have very good sportsmanship.
And it paid off. Next ball right into the net, and sometimes some good karma can go your way.
The ball don't lie.
Great ball there by Rose. And I think from what I've seen from Marcella, she does play a bit of a 50-50 game, so it'll be interesting to see if Rose keeps taking advantage of jumping, taking a little more court, and hitting those winners.
Very interesting. I really like the way the girls are moving the ball around. They're not just sticking to a cross-court pattern. They're not just isolating one player. They're really moving the ball from outside to inside to right at the middle. It's great to see that. Switching at 11-7, I believe, for Bondi Pickleball Club up. They're going to go to their benches, and one of the players that we haven't talked about too much because he's just on the sideline is Rob Cassidy. And I know one of the reasons that Rose was so excited about recruiting Rob, drafting him for the team, is because he's essentially a coach. This guy's got so much experience. You would know because you play with him in the U.S. quite a bit. But just, a guy who loves the game, this guy, Rob Cassidy. And he just has a wealth of knowledge. And so for the Bondi Pickleball Club, they're going to be really, really fortunate to have him on the team, whether he's on the court or on the sideline.
Oh, good ball there. And he had his touch on Rob. I mean, the energy Rob brings on top of the coaching and his pickleball pedigree is second to none in terms of the energy level. So Connor, another energetic guy. So they're a fun pairing to watch.
That will be a really exciting team for sure.
What a battle. And you said it was kind of right on cue. It's the unexpected ball. There's no pattern to, no two dinks are going to the same spot, no two resets are going to the same spot.
No, that's right. The only pattern we've seen is that they're getting a lot of balls back, moving it around, and Rose might slightly be the aggressor out of the four players, but great move across the middle. There we go. I just stand corrected. Aiko jumps across the middle and hits a forehand winner through the center, so there you go. I mean, Marcel on that one.
Great get there. ATP winner there or just out?
I
Yeah.
think they just, well, Bondi thought it was in, but seems like Aces thought it was out, and I think they're going to go to referee Donna J. We always have to introduce referee Donna J., and looks like she's ruling in favor of Bondi. She thought the ball was in, so great point there. And what I liked about that point prior to the ATP was Rose and Paula switched sides. Great communication there.
Yeah, the deep serve and deep returns you can see from both teams. We've had some missed returns because of it, but they're making sure they're keeping everything deep and trying to not give any free passes up to the kitchen line.
Yeah, it makes it that much tougher to transition, doesn't it?
Just wide there. Otherwise, another ATP was in the works from Rose Van
I
Reek.
think so. She was eyeing that one, wasn't she? She wanted to get one on both sides. So a quick timeout by the Asia Aces is a pretty smart thing to do. They're going to go over there and talk amongst themselves and see if they can get a little advice from Kenta and Ruben. Ruben seems to be very active.
And we're going to head to a quick commercial break, and we'll come back after the timeout.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back here. Live again. We've got 15-9 for Bondi Pickleball Club. We got Rose Van Reek ready to serve it up.
Okay, let's go. 15-9.
Nice aggressive play there from the Bondi Pickleball Club. Rose really likes to move across that center and take that third shot drop on her forehand and then crash herself. She usually drops it and comes in and had a nice aggressive backhand there.
Good look there, though, down the line. I like that flick roll from Rose. I was going to say, the movement of all four ladies, I know every player in MLP Premier's a strong singles player as well, but all four of these ladies are very strong singles players.
Aiko tried to do the dirty on Rose and get her back down the line, but just missed long as well. But had the court open. She's trying to keep Rose a little more honest from all that moving that she's starting to do.
They've caught Marcella a couple times in that left hip, just a quick little firefight, quick off-pace ball, and she's buried a couple into the tape to see if they continue to go there.
Nice patience from Paula there. She just played such rock-solid balls back on those fourths, then the sixth, then the eighth, just down at her feet and really put the pressure on. Didn't allow them to transition at all.
Great spot there from Marcella, just a little high from Rose. I know at Event 1 in Tweed Heads, we talked about it a lot on the couple streams I was on, but once you get to that 20 number, anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's it's almost a little nightmare for the team that gets to 21st because they're frozen.
And for those just tuning in with us for the first time, so once we're playing to 21, win by 2, but we have a freeze at 20, so you have to win off your serve. Just wide. Nice. So that's game to Bondi Pickleball, 21-12.
Yeah, and that last ball that Aiko missed wide, I really like that Rose really crashed forward and looked to put some pressure on and take some space away from her, almost daring her to dink cross court and just missed it a little bit wide. Bad luck for the Aces. It was a tight match, and we'll have the guys coming out now. We'll go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back.
They're not just thinking about only performance, they're thinking about the growth of the game. When I first started, I needed something, and then I needed something different as I got better. And Yola was really great about working with me specifically to help create that for everybody. And as somebody enters this game for the first time, they're going to go through a huge learning curve. And as they experience the full expression of the sport of pickleball, Yola's there to meet them with the performance and technology. Let's play.
Greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, chase it. Challenging into stepping stones. Because
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to St. John's, Auckland, New Zealand, to the Total Coach Tennis Center. We're heading into the men's match between Bondi Pickleball and Asia Aces for the New Zealand Cup MLP Premier. Brandon Contrato here with Mike Newell seated next to me to the left in the power position chair here.
Yeah,
and
that's
we're
right.
off.
As commentators, I'm a dominant left side commentator. I don't shut up. So here we go. We're off. All right, good job by Bondi there to keep the Aces back. Didn't allow them to transition at all. Rob Cassidy, left-hander, playing on that right side. Incredibly gifted athlete, and we're going to see him all over the place.
Ooh, just into the tape there. So introduce the guys here from Bondi Pickleball again to start off the match. Rob Cassidy with ball in hand, lefty playing the right side, dominant American player. And Connor Robert Shaw, Kiwi here from New Zealand, playing the left side as a sub and alternate for the second event in a row for Bondi Pickleball. Oh, what a put away there from Ruben. And then on cue, we'll introduce the Asia Aces. So Ruben Gonzalez joining us, first event of the season for him, with Captain Kenta Mayoshi. Both play heavily in the U.S., have been playing PPAs and APPs over there.
Yeah, they're a new team, but I tell you what, they're both very physical, tall guys. We know tall is good in men's doubles, so we're going to see Rob left out a little bit in terms of the length and the reach, but he's going to make it up with that foot speed and hand speed. Unbelievable mover. All right, nice movement from the Asia Aces. They got up and transitioned in that dinking and put the pressure on the boys, keeping the ball nice and low and unattackable.
Ooh, and we have a ball on from side courts. Yeah, I really expect from a strategy perspective, I guess, put that coach hat on for myself a second, but I really expect Bondi to maybe come out and be the first to speed up through this. I really think Rob's hand speed and just Connor's overall physical presence, like we see there in the court, could take this over if we get to that point for them.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I think that they're not going to be afraid to take them on when they get the right ball.
Yep.
The Aces have kept the ball pretty low, so there haven't been a lot of opportunities. But you saw with that Ernie attempt and by Connor, and also Rob will be doing that as well. You know, he'll be all over the place, and if he has the opportunity to Ernie or ATP, he's going to do it. There you go. Exactly what you just said, Brandon. They Rob had a nice little third shot drop. He crashed himself. Connor took a back seat, and Rob just took over and finished the point there.
Oh, we're going to see a lot of those Ernies, I think. Yeah, Connor and Rob both, like you mentioned. I'll call them both Ernie Kings. They like to look for it, and they do it at the right time too. They're not gonna press at the wrong time, and now they've built a little bit of time together. So we do have a timeout taken here by the Asia Aces, and we'll take a timeout ourselves here and head to a commercial break.
This is what you're waiting for. I think we're ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for. I think I'm ready to ride.
All right, and we're back. I'm Mike Newell. I've got Brandon Contrado sitting next to me. And we've got the Bondi Pickleball Club taking on the Asia Aces in men's doubles. Bondi was solid in the women's doubles and took a 1-0 lead with a 21-12 victory. And now we're at 3-6. Asia Aces serving.
I really like the high loopy return there. High loopy deep return from Connor. Given time to get into the kitchen line, anytime him and Rob can be dominant at the kitchen line, I think that's an advantage to not give up any court for those two. They move so well.
Nice ball down low by Kenta there as Connor was trying to transition forward. He just, as I like to call it, shoe hunting. Put it right at those shoes. Very difficult shot to play.
Might have been a generous line call there from Rob Cassidy if my eyes don't deceive me. But
I agree with you. That one looked a little bit long, but here we are at 4-7. The Asia Aces are going to take it and see if they can build some momentum.
Great ball to keep Ruben Gonzalez honest. I don't know, for the viewers checking in with us, if you can really see how large of an individual Ruben is. Kind of a dominant feature on the court, so Connor picking behind him might keep him honest.
Yeah, that was a great move by Connor. And nice job there by Kenta to outdink Connor, and I think that for the Aces, that might be the play. If you can keep the ball low to Connor, force him to get down, force him to play a lot of balls in the soft game, that may be a little bit of his weakness. So we'll see if they can pick on that a little bit more now that they've seen it work once or twice.
I'm going to say it, too. That's our second generous call there, because from where I'm sitting, that drive was a few inches deep again. But Kenta and Ruben will take it, and they're definitely starting to pick up their level of play. Connor loves those. Anytime you can sit at ATP or an Ernie. And you mentioned it, but the consistency for anybody that's seen Kenta play before, very, very strong singles player, has been playing a lot in the States, had some great PPA results. Believe he's had some good results, long games against Ben Johns over there as well. So consistency is key for him, and if he can press on Connor, we'll see how that changes the results here.
Yeah, agreed totally, and he's just got to watch now. They've seen that Connor has done a few ATPs. He's got to be careful with that backhand top spin cross court. He might want to go to a little slower slice or maybe keep it inside the lines a little bit more, not go too wide. Connor's ready for it. And Rob Cassidy transitioned so quick. That was a really good return, and he was all the way up to that no volley line to make that fourth shot. Excellent job there with his movement.
Yeah, from this camera angle, Rob's playing style and where he sits on the court doesn't really do it justice. I mean, he plays lower than most players out there. He's honestly more agile than most players out there and can cover a ton of court with one quick step.
Yeah, and it's not a good day till he's rolling on the ground at some point. So we will absolutely see that at some point.
There might be more combined barrel rolls in the careers of Connor and Rob, even Connor being as young as he is, than anywhere else on the planet.
Agreed. So here we are with the Kenta Connor battle, dink battle, cross court. All right, one for Connor. So they're going to switch ends here at 11-10 for Bondi, but I'd have to say, might be time for a little timeout here. Let's go to a commercial.
Okay. When the world sleeps, greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, we chase it. Challenging every limit, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Because the next level isn't just handed to you, it's earned. Go next level with 6-0 Pickleball.
All right, welcome back here. Just had the side change for Bondi Pickleball Club up over the Asia Aces, 11-10 in men's doubles. The ladies for Bondi convincingly took the women's doubles game 1 here, 21-12. And we've seen a lot of strategy changes already, a lot of back and forth between Kenta and Connor. Let's see if that continues here.
All right, nice reactions there from Connor, but Ruben's backing off that line quite a bit, and that really isn't going to be a good play if he wants to try and counter. Maybe reset the ball would have been a better play there, but when you give Connor that much time to counter that one, it's not going to work too well at this level.
And sooner or later, Rob Cassidy's going to step in there as well. I mean, Connor easily put that one away, but Ruben definitely stands very upright as he finishes through his dinks and gets peeled off the line. But he's got a ton of power. The thing with this matchup, Connor equally has the power, let alone what Kenta and Rob bring to the table.
He does, and I think Connor's couple years in pickleball now and the quick hands and the understanding, whereas I think Ruben was a very high-level tennis player from what I understand, and he's transitioning into pickleball and maybe just not that comfortable with being right up there 14 feet away.
And we touched on it before the end change. He is a taller guy, so especially with how low Rob plays, and Connor does like to stay relatively low himself with his basketball background and whatnot, stays in that deep, ready position that maybe it's thrown Ruben off a little bit so far.
Nice, Kenta moving across the middle there, just showing that he's willing to take a little bit more of the forehand over there on Ruben's side, and got a little error from Rob on that one. They're right in at the Aces. They were looking a little behind in the beginning of the match, but they took a smart timeout early on in the match. They got settled. They came back from 4 or 5 points down, and now they're just 2 points down, but they're right in this. Let's see who can steal it towards the end.
I do like, I'll call it the patience from Connor, because being a bit of a singles player himself, and we know he likes to drive the ball, he has a good third shot drive, but he's made some great decisions on when to drop and wait for the aces to make some unforced errors.
Yeah, and we all know rally scoring is a unique beast, and when you're giving some of these unforced errors away by trying to be a little too aggressive at times, comes back to haunt you because you're losing points every time. It's not like a bit of a green light if you're the serving team where you can take a few more chances, and if you don't win that point, it doesn't give a point away. So very unique for this rally scoring. Great job there. Nice dinking from Connor cross court. Put a little pressure on Kenta. He took one down the line, and Rob Cassidy was there to say yum yum. Backhand flick through the middle. That's gone.
Yeah, that's it. That's a no-fly zone for Rob, especially in the grip that he plays in and being a lefty. I wouldn't mess with going there again if I was Kenta.
Yeah, and he's got options. He can even Ernie that ball if he sees it. Oh, hit.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
But that is the option when you have somebody who's showing that they're going to dink down the line, and these guys are so athletic that, there's a couple options they have there.
I will say that I think that's the third drive after the end change Ruben has put there, and Rob's sitting on that to kind of flick that backhand roll, and Ruben has a ton of power. I've seen him play singles a few times, and the camera is not doing it justice. We'll leave it at that.
I agree totally. That forehand that Rob missed was a backhand that he missed was a huge forehand drive from Ruben. Here we got a nice point developing.
Just not quite the patience we saw in the first half from Connor. Smart timeout from Bondi Pickleball, and Connor and Rob Cassidy will take a timeout ourselves. Head to a quick commercial break.
They're not just thinking about only performance, they're thinking about the growth of the game. When I first started, I needed something, and then I needed something different as I got better. And Yola was really great about working with me specifically to help create that for everybody. And as somebody enters this game for the first time, they're going to go through a huge learning curve. And as they experience the full expression of the sport of pickleball, Yola's there to meet them with the performance and technology.
Let's play.
And here we are back. We've got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The AJ Aces are leading for the first time today, 18-17 in this men's doubles match.
And a ball on the court here. We do have pretty good barriers. These courts separated. This is a great facility here, great lighting here in St. John's, Auckland, New Zealand at the Total Coach Tennis Center. We have seen a few balls trickle on. We have a lot of teams training in the background right now. So 18-17 will replay that point.
Nice job there from Connor. Kenta didn't quite get that ball into the right hip. He got a little bit over to the left side, and that's an easy counter for Connor just down at Ruben's feet there as he was trying to move in. And there we go, Kenta picking Connor apart with that little topspin cross-court dink and putting the pressure on Connor's slice backhand. And 19-18, the Asia Aces.
Great point. Great placement in the middle of that point from Rob Cassidy. He was working Kenta back and forth to the sideline there just to keep him and Ruben spread out, and it paid off. Connor was able to hit the winner there finally to Ruben. Oh, and Rob had a switch midpoint with Connor, tried to switch back. They still both maintained their ground. Great point. We almost had our first barrel roll.
We did, yeah, it's too close to the net, but everything is fine now that Rob has actually hit the floor at least once. All right, we got the Asia Aces now serving 20-19. This is going to be game point for them with Ruben serving. He's got a big serve. Let's see if he lets it rip.
20-19.
And they do have to win on serve from here out. Kenta got what he wants. He wants to go cross court with Connor. And
And we talked about it. Ruben, as soon as he steps back or steps wide, either Connor or Rob have been able to find that middle. And Kenta's very quick, but that's too much court for anybody
That's
to
too
cover.
much. Yeah, exactly.
20-20.
So here we are, 20-20. We're now playing win by 2.
Quick takeover by Rob there.
I love it.
formation.
Fantastic, and that just shows the experience. He just hasn't done that the whole game, and he decides to really take charge and move all the way across and just dominates that point.
One more ball, and Connor had that there because, again, Ruben's hitting that slide out to basically pulling to his forehand side all the way in order to counter with his backhand. Connor just couldn't find the open court. Back even to 21s.
Unfortunate there because Connor had a nice little backhand up a little bit that he could flick, aggressively and just missed that one in the net. Brings us to Asia Ace's second game point here at 22-21 with Ruben hitting his big serve. And I really like the way Rob took that middle ball and said, look, Connor, I'm the OG here. I've got this. Don't worry about it, because both forehands in the middle, and Connor's missed a couple balls. That was really smart of Rob to really push over there and take some of those center balls and finish it off. We got a ball game, 22-all.
And Connor and Rob have really meshed together well, even from our last event in Tweedheads. We'll see if they keep that rolling here. Little slip and slide off the line there. Got a little skid. Ruben tried to deal with it. There wasn't much he could do there.
Yeah, and again, if he holds his position on that line, possibly that's a volley rather than let it even hit that line, and just hold that spot. But he likes backing off a little bit there. We've got a Bondi game point. Ooh, Connor pulled the trigger on a little bit of a low ball. He thought he saw an opening through the middle, but didn't quite get enough topspin to get that ball in. So we're at 23-all here.
23-23.
Great put away from Rob there. Good get from Kenta to be even able to get a paddle on that, honestly, and get it back. I think it painted the outside of the line.
Yeah, and then these lines do skid a little bit. That was a nice shot by Connor and
24-23.
brought Bondi another game point at 24-23. And that's pretty unusual to see Rob miss a third shot there on game point, but they'll rebound. 24-all.
24-24.
Back into the pattern we've seen the most here, and Rob's taking control.
Oh, and just the early call by Connor. He was confident that was sailing out. I think Rob was there either way, though, and we might have seen a tweener or maybe another hit the deck and get it back over.
There would have been some bleeding after that point, so we got a match point for Bondi again.
Just off the tape and wide. And again, Ruben backing up off the line. We'll see if he finds a way to make that work out for him, but it's given up a lot of space to Connor and
I
Rob
think that's
right
the
now.
first time it's worked out for him, and we're back to a tie ball game here. Kenta Connor cross-court dinking.
And on cue, I mean, you said it. It worked the point before, but again, get into the firefight, the hands battle, and Ruben's backing off the line. Kenta's holding, opened up way too much court.
Yeah. And I love the way Rob used that middle ball early on in that dink rally to put some pressure on him. Unfortunate there. Rob Cassier's called for a foot fault there, it looked like. So we go back to 26-all. Nice deep serve from Ruben again. Huge drive. Again, you know, it's hard to tell on the TV here, but that's a big forehand coming at Rob with a lot of top spin and pace. Game point Aces.
Down the middle. What a comeback from the Aces. I mean, we had a tight game the whole way through, but 28-26, they're able to close it out. So we'll be coming back with our first mixed matchup next, and we'll head to a short commercial for now.
Okay.
What's your duper?
They're not just thinking about only performance, they're thinking about the growth of the game. When I first started, I needed something, and then I needed something different as I got better. And Yola was really great about working with me specifically to help create that for everybody. And as somebody enters this game for the first time, they're going to go through a huge learning curve. And as they experience the full expression of the sport of pickleball, Yola's there to meet them with the performance and technology.
Let's play.
Okay, we're back right now, and this is Mike Newell here with Brendan Contrado, and we're bringing you the Bondi Pickleball Club versus the Asia Aces. We're into the first mixed doubles match. The score is all tied up, 1-1. The Bondi ladies doubles team won their first one, 21-12, and the Asia Aces came back from being down and won 28-26 in a thriller. We now have the first mixed doubles, and we've got Rob Cassidy and Rose Van Riek taking on Ruben Gonzalez and Marcella
Donatoni.
Thank you, Brandon.
That's what I'm here for. But so I believe you mentioned, Mike, that the Asia Aces were reacting. So I believe Captain Rose Van Riek put out her and Rob Cassidy to start, and we had the reacting new pairing here for mixed. Ruben's first event with us, I believe, with Marcella. So we'll see how they play. And it's actually unique here because they're both on the opposite sides of what they were in their prior matches. Because Marcella was playing the left in women's, with Ruben playing the right in men's. And not having played together, we'll see if that factors into anything.
That's right. This is going to be an interesting one. Rose just lined up Marcella, and that ball was definitely not going in, but she went center mass and got that point. It's going straight into the body, which does happen in pickleball. Yeah, I thought it was actually quite interesting that this essentially would be the Bondi #1 team, but I'd have to say that Marcella and Ruben, who've never played together and maybe lack the experience of the other two pair who have played a lot together, and Kenta and Aiko, that it's sort of the #1 Bondi team versus maybe the #2 Aces, and vice versa for the next match.
So we just had a timeout there from the Bondi Pickleball Club, I believe. We're going to head to possibly a commercial break here, and we'll be back real quick.
Okay.
All right, and that was a quick timeout at 0-5 down by the Asia Aces. And let's see if they can start rebuilding here and work themselves back into this game.
That's the power that Ruben brings. I'm gonna beat the dead horse with a bad metaphor there, but Ruben is still backing off the line on the left side right now, and I really think as this match goes along, that's going to play to the benefit of Rob just being able to outdink and set some balls down at the toes of Ruben.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. And Rose and Rob are probably the stronger soft game here. And so when they can get into that situation and create from this position like that, they've got them both backing off, and great defense. But too much offense there, and I love that with my doubles partner. Rose does all the work, and Rob gets the credit. Perfect. He hits one forehand volley winner to the open court. Well done, Rob. Great job, Rose.
I'll say a little unforced there. Not a bad ball by Marcella there, but a rare error from Rose, especially her looking for those speed ups. But Marcella is peeling back to the line as well while Ruben's backing up. So interesting to see if Rose begins to pick a few more balls down the middle here, just since she is on the left in this lefty-righty combo.
Yeah, exactly. That was the commentators nailing it here today. So, she did back off, and Rose just found her feet the whole time, until eventually they got a ball that they could smack the winner. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting dynamic if they keep backing up. Nice job by Marcella to keep Rose honest. She saw that she was moving towards the middle a little bit, put a ball straight down the line, and really caught Rose a little bit off balance there. And then Ruben was able to clean up.
Just wide.
Yeah, and Rob knew that all day. Not. Just missed the line. But I like that, though, because he's keeping Rob honest there, and that was a good rip.
Great drop by Rose there. A little bit on the heels and then right into the toes, standing up straight was Marcella, trying to take that short hop, which we talked about in the women's doubles. She does like the short hop, Dinks, but I mean, we both know sometimes, especially if you get a bad little skid or a bad bounce, short hopping the ball is not always the way to go.
It's tricky, it's tricky. And for the first time with the righty-lefty combination, we saw Rob and Rose a little confused on that middle ball, and they kind of clashed paddles and gave an error. They'll sort that out, I'm sure.
Great ball by Rose. Ruben's looking for the speed ups right now. He wants to end these points early. But it looks like we did. I believe we're at 11-4 now, correct? So we should have the end change here. We'll get the scoreboard updated for everybody. But yeah, we'll see if we can, if we see a continued dominance by Bondi, or if Asia can change the strategy up. And we are going to head to a commercial break.
When the world sleeps, greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, we chase it. Challenging every limit, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Because the next level isn't just handed to you, it's earned. Go next level with 6-0 Pickleball.
All right, and after that quick end change, 11-4 Bondi, we've switched ends, and we've got the aces trying to work their way back into it.
Just a bit deep there.
Yeah, big forehand there from Ruben. That was nice the way he covered that middle and just crushed the forehand down.
Just got to retrieve the ball back from the other court. Back behind the court here, we do have Southeast Asia Surge playing against the Gold Coast Glory on the far side.
All right, and an unfortunate miss serve, and we've got Rob Cassidy serving at 12-5 for Bondi. Ooh, Rose got a freebie there. She just had a little backhand slice. It was a tad too high, and Ruben just missed that backhand flick into the net. Probably won't happen too much more.
Huge power on that overhead. Not a bad lob, in my opinion, from Rose, but going through the middle over the right shoulder gave Ruben a good look at it to be able to snap that back down at the toes.
Yeah, we might want to get Rose a little information on the height of the two players in front of her. Marcella, you know, around 5'6", and Ruben up around the 6'3", massively athletic. So
I hope anybody that watches me play is as generous with height references as you were with Marcella there, because if Marcella's 5'6", I want to recalculate my height. But you're right. I mean, and Rose not being the tallest player herself, I think it's a good matchup. Her and Marcella heads up in this. But I think, yeah, mixing in a lob to Marcella might work here, especially them looking to play the power game.
yeah, and she's also had some success kind of going right at her body with some speed ups, which we just kind of saw there, which got them into an advantageous position to eventually win it. But you know, the other thing I like from Rose, if Marcella and her want to dink down the line, Rose, you know, can look for that Ernie. I know that she's confident in doing that. Tried to pull the trigger through the middle there, and it just wasn't there. Maybe a little more patience. You got a 15-7 lead, you know. Make sure that they earn points. Let's not give it to them.
8-15.
Painting lines. Painting lines out there. Great winner by Rose. She sat on it. Good patience. Found her spot.
Yeah, I love the return from Rob. Nice and deep. Gave Rose that option to take that middle over with her forehand.
little miscommunication there, I think, between Ruben and Marcella. Just let that ball hang for a while. And they were, again, we're a broken record, but they were both backed up mid-court by the time we were 2 balls deep into the firefight. I think that's going to have to be something they clean up moving forward.
For sure. And
Maybe
Rose
a little
again.
loose. Maybe a little loose from the Bondi
Yeah.
side. Huh?
I guess it's tough when you've got a 9-point lead, you know.
But in rally scoring, we both know we've seen
No.
crazier things happen.
The rally scoring and the freeze coming to the first team that gets to 20. Maybe a timeout is necessary for Bondi here if they lose the next one and just regroup. I mean, they're still in total control, but a few errors. You might just, you know, Rob Cassidy might decide, hey, it's time for a little break. See what happens here. That helps. Don't need a timeout when your opponents dump one into the net. So here we go at 18-10 for the Bondi Pickleball Club.
18.
Can't leave a ball up at the shoulders of Ruben. He's going to put that away, and not quite the spot Rob was going for. I think he was trying to get it down towards the left hip there, knowing Ruben was a little bit backed up again. Just couldn't quite find the spot.
Again, just Rose is leaving the ball up a little high. Marcelo took advantage with a cross-court attack at Rob. Rob just didn't quite get the counter down, and Ruben said bye-bye again with that big forehand up around his right shoulder. It's not going to help.
Another big forehand from Ruben.
Can we send the timeout signal to Bondi? I think they maybe giving these guys a little too much momentum here.
18.
They obviously want to keep going with it, but Asia Aces are working their way back in.
And you know, a lot of times in a team format, you'll see the sideline call the timeout. Yeah, Rose is going to take it here. I knew it was going to have to come from the captain or from Rob. So we have a quick timeout. We'll head to a commercial break and come right back.
This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride.
Okay.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. A bit of a comeback here from the Asia Aces, down 14-18 to Bondi Pickleball Club in our first mixed matchup of this match. Live from St. John's, Auckland, New Zealand at the Total Coach Tennis Center. We're now at 15-18. Just wide there. Smart lead from Rob Cassidy. Have seen a strategy change out of that timeout. See the head-to-head dinking between Marcelo Donatoni and Rose Van Riek. Looking to keep the ball away from the guys a little bit and keep that slower pace. Ball just got behind Rob a little bit. One of the quickest players out here in MLP Australia Premier, but wasn't quite able to make that one. Good spot down at the toes. Ruben does have that height. It's a long way to get down, and we are now at 2016. Game point here for the Bondi Pickleball Club. Great lob just inside the line, and honestly an even better get there from Rob Cassidy, but Ruben was able to get that down at the toes of Rose, and Bondi's frozen at 20. We're at 17-20. Middle solves the riddle for Rose. Good patience there, not overhitting one of those first two volleys. They had quite a substantial lead, so it's impressive to see Bondi knock it super tight here. See if they can find a way to put it away. 2017. Rob wanted to end that. He was ahead of it. Frozen again, though. We'll see if there's any sort of strategy change from Bondi. Just into the tape. Little frustration from Rob, but the experience on the side of Bondi right now, some youth and newer side, all in all, to pickleball from the Asia Aces. We'll see if that has any effect. So another shot at ending it here for Bondi. The long game and lengthening the points has really played into Bondi's favor. Let's see if they can do that here. Bondi ends it 21-19 with a heck of a get there in the middle by Marcelo Donatoni to at least get another ball back in play. But 21-19, that puts Bondi ahead 2-1. We'll have the second mixed match coming up next, and we will head to a commercial break and be right back after that.
Okay.
What's your duper?
This is what you're waiting for. I think we're ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for. I think I'm ready to ride.
They're not just thinking about only performance, they're thinking about the growth of the game. When I first started, I needed something, and then I needed something different as I got better, and for everybody. And as somebody enters this game.
When the world sleeps, greatness rises, challenging every to stepping stones. Because the next level